All right. Here we are with another amazing interview with Senior Life Insurance Company. Today I do have a very, very special guest. This young lady's been here for about 2.5 years with Senior Life Insurance Company. She's been a top producer since the beginning. Impressive. She's a 6-figure income earner and ring recipient. Powerful stuff, right? Most recently competed against 128 elite agents. And guess what? She came out on top as the single #1 agent in that competition. She broke the company record.
Amazing.
Totally amazing. With 35,413 annualized premium in one single week. Not only she earned a lot of money in her bank account, but she also have a nice bonus of $5,000. She's holding the check right now. Amazing. Congratulations, me happy day.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're blessed to have you. Good. Thanks for being here. So let's get right at it. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Excellent. So let's talk about this for a minute. How do you feel to be able to accomplish this huge, monster, incredible deal here that we have? You just did over $35,000 in a week, beating someone that submitted $25,000, but you did $10,000 above that. How do you do that?
I knew that I was going to be in a competition, and I set my mind that I even spoke to my family, look, this week I'm not available. Do not call me unless you have an emergency. And I knew that I had to start early. I had to start from Friday and put all my focus into taking calls. I left all the administrative work, sending emails, answering clients' calls, organizing my my MacBook with all the details of each clients that I get. I left all that to the side, and I just focused on answering life transfers, dialing, and making sales. That's all I did from Friday to Thursday, nonstop.
Wow.
That's literally how it went.
That's a lot. So you're a very competitive person, and I know you now for about 2.5 years when you came into the agency. And first of all, I knew you were special from the first day.
Thank you.
I knew that. But, you know, where does that competitive spirit come from?
I just, I always like to win, of course, and I always been very competitive since I was young.
Well, you're still young.
I think it comes more from my background of how hard my family worked to, they were from Cuba, coming from Cuba, how hard my mom worked.
Okay.
To get us where we are today.
Wow.
The stuff she had to go through. I remember her working 3 jobs when I was going to school. Like, she was working in the morning, in the afternoon, and overnight. And she still works a full-time job. I'm almost getting like emotional thinking about that. She still works. She wakes up at 5 in the morning. She gets up at 7, and I'm like, if she can do that at her age, like, I don't have any excuses, you know?
I like that, and that's okay to be emotional. It's all right. I mean, you deserve everything you've done, and I got emotional when you won. I told
know.
You that. Because see, this is what it's all about. I mean, that makes all the difference for me as an agency leader, and see how you're doing is just, it feels amazing, you know. And one of the things, how important was it the system that we have? Because we do have a system here with Senior Life Insurance Company. Say, for example, our application Leads the Way. Did that help you?
I love Leads the Way. I've never tried any other lead source. I just know that Leads the Way works. Since I started here, I was able to get life transfers. I got as many states as I could, so I can see the life transfers come through all the time. And they work. It's someone that's looking at a commercial and, from our company, and is calling in, and they're getting an agent that, from the company. So I don't see anything more direct. Like, that's just the best lead. I don't think any other source can compare to what we have here.
Well, thank you for that answer, and that's the truth. You know, as an agency leader, again, I'm always hiring people, and they go, "Whoa, I got this third-party lead, and this and the other." We don't do that. We generate our own leads, and this phenomenal leads the way. It's like leads come to you; they come into you, and you're able to talk to them. Yes, you got to finesse, you know, your craft, but you know, it's just a lot of fun to be able to combine your skill set, your creative mind, because you're very creative. We know that. And then top it off with an opportunity where the leads are coming to you saying, "Hey, I saw the TV commercial. I'm interested."
Right.
I mean, isn't that like a great way to have somebody say, "Hey, help me out"? How do you do that? So you were able to help over 32 families. You make tons of money, by the way.
Wow.
And that's 35,000. I'm still blown away how somebody can do that in a week. I was getting phone calls from people. How did she do that? So she worked. She left the office at midnight.
Yeah.
You know, and you left so late. So what was going through your mind to the process? Like, tell me a little bit more. I mean, what was going through your mind as far as winning the contest? I mean, did you always believe you were going to win?
I know. I mean, I know what I can do when I set my mind to it. So I know that if I can focus and just take calls, I know I'm good at closing. So the only thing that keeps me from making the money each week that I want to make is my distractions. And I just kind of kill that. Like I completely put aside my distractions. I was barely on social media. I was not, I talk to my mom daily for 2 to 3 hours a day. She calls me constantly. I didn't speak to my mom for the whole entire week. Wow. I didn't talk to my sister. You know, me and my husband spoke about me not being home. For them, they're going to have to figure it out. I mean, the good thing is that I have older kids. Like, my son is 13 and my other son is 19. And they can, you know,
help
fend for themselves. But I just focus on work and activity only. And that was my main, you know, that was the only thing that I had on my mind. I mean, I love Senior Life. And I actually believe that it's the best company that exists for final expense. And I say this to my clients. I tell my clients, my mom has a policy here and I wouldn't put her with any other company. Like, I'm like, it's not because I work here, it's because I really love what they have. The legacy program is something that is so amazing that no other company has. And I think the client feels the sincerity in my voice and I don't have to fake it. Like, I'm like, it's really what I believe. And when I speak to them, they feel that it's true. Because anybody can tell you, oh, my mom has a policy here, but they know when it's really truth, when it's the truth. And that's what I was doing all week. I was just speaking to clients, listening to what their needs were, letting them know how great Senior Life is. And I was able to close most of the life transfers that I bought. I was able to close most of them.
Amazing. You said a lot of things that are so important. Believing in the company, right? You know, the fact that you are helping clients. It's similar to what Sandra said, and that makes a difference. When you put all that together, helping clients, our lead system, our Slice app, taking an application, sending it to the company with with a push of a button. All that is incredible, and we do have the best company final expense in the entire planet. There's no doubt about it. And then when you have an agent like you / manager, it's an explosion. So I mean, it's a lot of fun to have you here with us and talking to us about that. You know, it's just great. And one more thing I want to touch again is a lot of people say, well, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I have a family, I can't do it. Is there any work-life balance, and how do you manage that? Because as entrepreneurs, there's no such a thing as a 9 to 5, and you've proven that. I haven't worked 9 to 5 for God knows how long. So how do you tell someone that says, well, I can do what they did because I have 3 kids at home. I have a husband and 2 kids, or a wife and 2 kids. What do you tell somebody?
It's not easy, but what I've noticed is that at the beginning, I used to try to have a schedule, like try to balance work life, and I realized that work and my personal life, and that does not work. Like, I don't think there should be any set schedules. I think you should just go with the flow. Like, some days you focus more on work, some days you focus more on family, some days you do a little bit of both. But I realized that having a schedule where today I'm going to do this, tomorrow it doesn't work. So you just have to be able to take one day at a time and do the most that you can on each, and that way it just kind of flows. But having a week like this, anybody can do it. You just have to really prepare for it. and just know that your main focus is going to be sales. Because of course I can't have a week like this every week. I would probably kill myself. like it's really hard. It wouldn't work out at all. But we can do, like, I can do 2 or 3 days like that, working from early in the morning till late at night. And I mean, I'm probably going to have a lot of more production that I usually do on the weekly basis if I focus just 2 to 3 days, what I did that, whole week.
Right.
But it's definitely possible. You just have to know that your main focus has to be work if you want to make those numbers.
That makes sense. But, and again, a lot of people overthink this process. And you and I always talk about, let's not overthink it. I had an agent training with you the other day, and he goes, she makes it sound so simple. I said, well, it is simple. You're complicating it. So again, that simplicity, creativity, the leads and everything else, it's why you did $35,000 in 1 week. I mean, I'm still blown away because some agents don't even do that in a month. So simplicity is key, yes or no? Keeping it simple?
Yeah, definitely. At the beginning, when I first started this business, I used to be scared of everything. Like, I would get the phone or call, and if the person sounded like a mean person, I was already so scared. Like, I'm like, this is not going to work out. This sounds so mean. And, or, just depending on who I'm calling and where, where they from, their accent, or any little thing, like, was intimidating me. But now, since I trained myself now I know the product, I know what I'm offering, I know that they need this more than I do. So to me now, any call, it doesn't matter what they sound like, if they sound mean, like, I just kind of move forward. I just speak to them like, like I would speak to my family. Like, I don't let anything get my focus off from me trying to close that person.
I like that. So not only we're closing that, but we're helping them. That's the beauty of it.
Because they need, like, they're calling because they need this product. So I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to close the deal, but I also know that this is something that they will benefit from. Powerful. So it's not something that is just for me, it's also for them. So that makes the whole process a lot easier to deal with.
Makes sense. So you're probably going to go back to your normal 10,000 a week, which is still a lot.
Yes. And I'm already slow this week, but I know I can.
One more question I'm putting here, I don't want to forget. What kind of mindset is required to compete at that level? Because mindset is everything, in my humble opinion, right? What kind of mindset? Because again, you beat 127 agents week after week because it was a weekly elimination deal and you came on top. Answer that for me. What kind of mindset, and did you believe out of the gate that you were going to win?
You definitely have you have to have a strong mindset. You have to know that, you know what you're supposed to do. So I knew in my mind, I have to set everything to the side that distracts me, and I have to focus on this competition. And I know what makes the sales is the calls and answering the calls. Nothing else is going to help me win this competition. So I said, like I said to Doug, like, you have to starve your distractions and feed your focus, because that's all I did. Not only that, I wasn't thinking ahead. Like, I wasn't thinking what's going to happen tomorrow. Each day I woke up early. I'm like, I have to wake up super early. I have to be in the office by 9. So when the call is over, I'm getting that first life transfer that comes in. So I wasn't thinking what's going to happen tomorrow, because it seems so long. I'm like, wow, like, this is hard. And then if I start thinking about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm like, I don't want to give up. So I just focus on that day. It's early in the morning. I start taking calls. I didn't think about later that night. I just continued on until it was midnight, until 11:30. I didn't see any more life transfers. And then I started, getting ready to go home. And then went home, rested, and started again the next day. Didn't really think much about what's going to happen. I knew that I could win if I continued to do that. I'm like, this is my only chance. I'm competing with one of the best agents in senior life, so I have to really continue with this focus. I cannot take breaks. Because I was like, especially competing with the person that I was competing with, I'm like, I cannot take breaks because I know what she's capable of doing. So I know she's not taking breaks. So I'm definitely not going to take a break.
Well, yeah, I mean, you went so hard that, she ended up at 25,000 and then you just ended up at 35. I'm like, you were just like, no, I got to stay focused. I got to do and that's good, because you didn't know what she was and you just did your thing.
Right.
Man, I tell you, Happy Day, we're really proud of you. We've been blessed to have you here at the agency and Senior Life Insurance Company. I'm super excited
to be here.
Awesome. I'm super excited about the future. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to add to tell an agent, tell someone about this incredible opportunity that really they can change their lives?
I mean, this has definitely changed my life. Not only, I mean, I can do any other job with any other company and make over $100,000. I've done it before, but it's not your own business. Meaning you're always gonna, have to work for someone else. Here, you have the opportunity to start your own agency, and get to have that financial freedom that you won't get working a 9 to 5 job. And the longer you wait, life passes us by way too fast. So the longer you wait, the harder it is to start your own business. So this is the perfect place to, if you want to start your own business, to start a career with. I also want to say to the agents that are struggling, what I've noticed the most is that they overthink stuff. They want everything to be so perfect, like a script. What do I say to the client? And they wait weeks and months trying to perfect something that you're not going to need. Speaking to this client, all you have to do is get the phone or answer that phone call and go through the application. Just be, it's so simple. It's such a simple product that there's no need to struggle, to have that mindset where you feel like you're going to fail, because it's really a lot simpler than what it seems.
Amazing. Well, with that being said, I appreciate you. That was well said. And I know you're going on a vacation to the beautiful Dominican Republic. Punta Cana. So you're going to deserve that. I want you to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself and come back, because we have work to do.
I know.
Thank you, darling. Phenomenal
Thank
interview.
you.
We appreciate you. We love you. And I'll see you at the top, baby.
Because the bottom is too crowded.
There you go.